High school is meant to prepare students for life after graduation, but many students leave without the skills necessary to manage their own finances. 87% of US adults stated that their high school education did not adequately prepare them for life after graduation, according to a 2025 report from Ramsey Solutions. 1/3 of teens don't even know the difference between a credit card and a debit card, says Action News 5. These startling statistics highlight a very significant gap in the education system. Graduates should be prepared to take on one of the most stressful parts of their adult lives, their personal finance. Most students graduate with extensive knowledge on the components of a cell, but very little knowledge on basic financial concepts such as 401ks, mortgages, interest, or credit scores. While the information they learn is very valuable, wouldn't knowing how to do their taxes, build credit, or make a budget do them more good in the long run? Practical financial skills are essential. Without them, young adults are forced to learn through hard mistakes and errors, and these errors can be very costly. For example, a student might take out large loans without realizing how much interest compiles over time, or overuse a credit card. A 2021 survey conducted by FINRA, or Financial Industry Regulatory Authority Foundation, surveyed individuals without financial education and found that they are more likely to spend more than their income, less likely to have emergency savings or retirement plan, and have a higher chance of incurring late payment fees, exceeding credit limits, or relying on risky borrowing services such as pawn shops rather than banks. This has much more than just a financial impact. Help Guide experts explain the mental impact, where it affects your stress levels, mood, sleep issues, and relationships with other people. There's also ripple effects through the economy. When people are not financially literate, they contribute to higher average debt, lower housing rates, and more. All high schools should require a personal finance class to teach skills such as budgeting, credit scores, loans and interest, taxes, investing, renting versus buying, and more. Moves are being made in the right direction, with 39 states already recognizing this problem and 30 requiring it as a graduation. This shows the change is happening, but it needs to be more universal. NEA, or the National Education Association, explains these classes have been proven to reduce delinquency, improve credit scores, students, and make students smarter about their college financing. The ideal time to take the class would be during a student's junior year. This is before they start applying for college scholarships and credit cards or make big financial decisions, but is late enough that they will not see the information as useless or forget it by the time they need it. And if they take it during their senior year, they won't know everything they need to before making big decisions about their future and their finances. Some argue that these financial skills should be taught at home, but not all parents have the knowledge or the time to teach their kids. And in many cases, bad habits are passed down through generations. Greene County Federal Credit Union makes a strong point, stating, "Kids pick up on what they observe most commonly, and they see the everyday household shopping more than the other stuff that generally happens behind the scenes." Though a small percentage of kids recognize the problem and use it as motivation to not be like their parents, it is much more common for children to follow in the footsteps, and it's not fair to give them different chances. Schools should evolve to meet the needs of an increasingly complex economic system, and students should be prepared to handle their lives. Imagine a generation of students graduating with financial confidence instead of financial illiteracy. They would understand how to manage budgets, debt, credit, and plan for the future. These students would then grow into high-functioning adults, which would contribute to a better quality of life in America and a stronger economy. High schools don't just shape students, they shape the future of the United States. If you have the opportunity to take a personal finance class, you should definitely take it seriously. If not, be very careful and intentional with your money. Learn the basics and don't spend unless you truly understand what you're getting into. Please support making it a requirement for all high schools to have a personal finance class as a requirement for graduation, because financial education is not just optional, but essential.